We all remember being naughty as a child and our parents threatening to cancel Christmas. But what if one year this actually happened? Welcome to On a Darker Note. If you enjoy true crime and the darker side of history, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. In 1647 Britain, the Civil War had ended and Parliament had won. King Charles was being held captive in Hampton Court and the Church of England had been abolished for the Presbyterian system. Churches were restructured and the regular holy days had been removed, including Christmas and its festivities. The Puritan leaders did not approve of any pagan origin celebrations and believed they were an excuse for drunkenness, gambling, and unruly behaviour, basically everything they stood against. Anything Christmas was banned. No decorations such as holly and ivy were allowed, and feasts and large consumption of alcohol to celebrate were also banned. Shops had to remain open throughout the festive season, and this included on Christmas Day, and churches were locked so they could not hold festive services. But the British people weren't going down quietly. The Mayor of Norwich was sent a petition calling for Christmas to be given back. Publicly, he could not give the petitioners what they wanted, but instead chose to ignore any celebrations that went on in the city. It was traditional in Canterbury for celebrators to hold an annual football match, which they still did during the ban. Not only this, but houses throughout Kent were adorned with holly bushes and parties were held every day during the course of the 12 days of Christmas. People were so intent on continuing the traditions that armed force had to be used to break the parties up. Down in Westminster, Christmas Day was still celebrated, and church wardens were arrested for failing to stop the parties. Just like in Kent, the houses in London were covered in festive greenery, with the Mayor of London being verbally assaulted for trying to take the decorations down. Many other towns and cities also carried on with the festive celebrations, and some even took up arms in case these celebrations were broken up. But these protests weren't just about Christmas. Many did not agree with the new norm as a whole, as it took away anything that the population considered fun. After the celebrations in Norwich, the mayor who seemingly ignored his citizens' celebrations was summoned to London the following April in 1648. He was to explain why he failed to stop the parties, but a crowd had gathered at the gates to stop him being taken. Armed forces were deployed when the crowd turned into a riot, with ammunition magazine exploding and killing at least 40 people. In Kent, partygoers were also up for prosecution, which caused riots. Other towns and cities also took part in riots. As said earlier, this wasn't just about Christmas. It was a rebellion against this new leadership. Eventually, there were so many riots that it led to a second civil war, which took place in the summer, and resulted in King Charles being put on trial and executed, and the subsequent revolution. All because the government tried to take Christmas away. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.